Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. This is going to be just a really raw video. I'm not going to edit this at all. So if I mess up, I mess up. But I'm just going to be just talking about my journey so far and what I've come from and where I'm at the moment. The pressures, the stress, the ups and the downs, and the reality of being a day trader. And this is coming from Australia. So I'm from Victoria, and I'm 24 years of age. So when I was 17, I started my Sparky apprenticeship. So I completed that and I went on to starting my own business when I was 22, nearly 23. So I've always been like that type of kid, just wanting more kind of thing. So I started my own electrical business and, went out on my own and bought a van and started doing jobs for myself. And that was all good. And then basically a year ago, I was sitting down one day and it just wasn't enough. Like, I was making good money, but I was really sick and tired of the, working every single day, getting up super early, and, in the roofs and just doing hard labor all the time to make ends meet kind of thing. So that's when, funny enough, perfect timing, I was on YouTube and I come across TJR. You guys probably know who TJR is. He's a really popular day trader in the space at the moment. And he had a boot camp. And I don't know why, but I just started watching it and I was hooked. I got a pen and paper out, which I have next to me actually, and I just started. I'll actually get... So, this is my original trading book right here. And as I said, I'm keeping this as real as possible. I'm trying to find my goals and stuff. But I had all my written goals down there kind of thing. But I read this not too long ago, but my top 3 goals were become a profitable trader and make my first 10K month, which we'll get into, and not be an electrician anymore. So they were my 3 goals, and I've already, done them all within a year, which is crazy to think because at the time I thought it was so far away, but I just took that step and now I'm here. And it doesn't feel real that I'm here now, but, I still feel like I have so much more to do and achieve. It feels like I'm only getting started, which is crazy to think. But, Anyway, so I watched the TJR boot camp, went through that whole process, and then I was still so lost. So because I watched the whole boot camp, I was so enthused by Tyler. So I went into his blueprint, which cost me about 7K. I went through and it was still really confusing. I was kind of lost in the pack of, people in there, and I learned a bit, but I was still, unprofitable, didn't know what I was doing. And then there's a guy called More Trades, Darius. He trades continuation, and I watched one of his calls one morning and it just all clicked. I was like, oh my God, this makes sense. So when I started trading continuations, that's when all of my trading started to turn. I started passing accounts. I'll actually go to that as well. So I still remember I passed my first eval challenge. I sprinted out to my partner and I hugged her and I'm like, I finally passed an account. And it was so big at the time, but now I passed an account, I don't feel anything. zero. Like, I don't care about passing accounts. And at the time, it was such a big leap, and it meant so much to me that I like nearly cried, and I cracked a beer, and I was so happy. And that was months ago now, nearly at the start of the football season. So that's a long time now. We're nearly in finals at the moment. And from that day, I blew that account nearly straight away as well, as you do. And then I did pass an account, and I got my first couple payouts. Not shortly after that, probably about 2 weeks after I passed that first account. And then when I got those two first payouts, I was like, damn, I've made it. But that's when it really went downhill. I went straight to 5 accounts. I could pass accounts, but I just could not maintain them. I blew 5 sets of accounts multiple times. And yeah, I was just lost. And that's when I stood back and I journaled, and I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay. And shout out to my partner, Taylor. She's been the rock throughout my whole journey. So without her, I couldn't have done this. And yeah, so I stood back and I was like, okay, let's go back to the fundamentals. So I went on and back tested my strategy and got some confidence, refined it, and now I trade my own model, which is the R8 model that I teach all my students. And then this is where everything becomes so clear. Now I pass my accounts, and then all of a sudden payouts started to come, and that's where I'm kind of getting into now. So last month I made my first 12,500 for the month, and that was nice. That was good. And the pressure of making that kind of money and going into a new month is like, I hope I can maintain this. And we're currently 11th of September at the moment, and I'm currently nearly at 37,000 for the month. That's Australian as well. So I had a goal for 20K for this month, but we're completely blowing that out of the water. And this is where I'm kind of saying, like, it's not real anymore. And that's what I'm trying to say. Not even a year ago, I was at that point where I was just looking into trading and see how it could change my life. And I didn't know when this was going to happen. But if you put the work in and you stay consistent, this will happen to you as well. But going back to that, so I'm on track for 50,000 this month. And it's weird to say this, but it's scary because like next month I'm gonna have to back it up. I want to go to whole different levels. I want to get to 100K. I'm still not happy with myself, but this is the reality of becoming a day trader because it's never gonna be enough. Like I was happy with 10K, and now I'm not even happy with the amount that I've made yet. Like it's a nice feeling, but you know you can do more. You know you can do better. Yeah. So, but the way I trade is very low frequency. Like I only have taken 2 setups this week, and it's going into Thursday tonight. So CPI tonight. So 2 setups this week. One was last night, and the other was the other night. But it was just a break even. But I don't trade much, and I think that was a massive pullback. When I said I kind of sat back and I was like, okay, what am I doing? I was over trading a lot, and when I sat back and realized I had to be lower frequency trading, that's really what changed the game, because you don't need to be taking trades every single day. You don't need to be taking trades when you're at work. You need to step back and realize you need to trade less. So that's a little golden tip for you guys. But yeah, so that's kind of like the reality of like my story so far. And we're only starting. Like I'm going to be uploading raw videos just like this a lot more. I do trade recaps every single trade that I take. So if I don't take a trade, I'm not going to do a recap. But break even, loss, win, I'm going to upload it to YouTube and my Discord, which is awesome because at the start, I had like a hope to make an Australian like community outside of Trading Pool. He's like the other Australian day trader, and I thought what he was doing was so cool, and I was like, I want to do the same. So I started Discord. I'm now at like nearly 300 members in there, which is not a lot, but it's a lot to me. Because I started everything from scratch, and I started from absolutely nothing, and now I'm here and I want to keep going. I want to keep growing with everyone. I want to keep helping people. And that's another thing, like my students, I want to put a lot of time into them. Some of my students actually have like my private number. That's how much like it's so personalized, because I want everyone to get the same result that I had. And be able to be financially free and be able to make it, you know. In the end, it's just freedom for me. Like, it's Thursday, I'm at home, chilling with my new dog, watching TV, about to go gym. I've had a walk this morning. I don't need to worry about getting up anymore and, you know, listening to a boss tell me what to do. And, it's completely changed my life. So that's kind of my journey thus far, and it's just getting started. But yeah, if you're Australian, or even if you're not Australian, join the Discord. We're a building community. Everyone's so lovely in there, man. It's awesome. I absolutely adore it. It's so good. And yeah, it's only up from here. So that's kind of how it feels. It's weird because at the start, making no money, I was more euphoric and happy when I was learning trading, and now I'm here. It's like, it's numb, because in trading, we're learnt to not react from P&L. So like when I see my P&L of 1,000 USD or whatever, I don't really react to it. It's just a winning trade. I just trade from a process. I just take my A+ setups and that's it. When I lose a trade, it's you just lose and you just get off. So that's why I think I'm at this stage with this money coming in, and it doesn't really feel like much. So yeah, that's kind of the reality of how it feels. But it's definitely like, I'm very humbled and I'm very happy for where I am. But that's kind of how it feels. So yeah. So more raw content just like this coming. Really exciting. And yeah, so thanks for watching if you made it this far. Make sure you join the Discord, and more videos just like this coming. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a brief rundown of who I am as a person and where I'm at in my journey. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.